Chapter 4. December. Sam Dawkins, grade 5. So Brenton keeps asking me if I want to play chess with him, and I keep saying no, because I know he'd beat the snot out of me, and I don't like losing. But I did think the game was cool, and my dad said he'd teach me how to play. He wasn't an expert or anything, but he was pretty good. So Dad says, "You want to play a game?" And I say, "Okay." And he says I could be white because white goes first and I'm a beginner. I didn't really know what to do. For my opening move, I push the pawn in front of my right knight 2 squares forward. Dad moves the pawn in front of his king 2 squares forward. This didn't look so hard. So I move the pawn in front of my right bishop forward 1 square. Then, Dad slides his queen diagonally all the way to the edge of the board, and he says, "Checkmate." I say, "What?" He says, "You heard me. Checkmate." I ask him how he could checkmate me in just 2 moves, and he says, "Look at your king." So I look at my king. He's right. My king can't go anywhere. He's stuck. 2 stinking moves, and my king was a dead man. The game was over. I say to myself, he's never going to do that to me again.
Brenton Damagachi, grade 5. I never thought belch was such a big deal, the way the others did. It was just a tool to make a job easier, like a hammer or a screwdriver. It never interested me very much. What interests me? I'll tell you what interests me. When a whole bunch of people all start doing the same thing at the same time for no apparent reason. That interests me. It's psychology, I guess. I found it fascinating that all the boys would suddenly come to school wearing backward baseball caps, or that all the girls would start wearing ankle bracelets or ponytails. Why? Those things have to start somewhere, right? Somebody somewhere has to be the first one to do something. I thought it would be interesting to create a fad. So I designed this software program. It was fairly simple. It took the words, "Wear red socks to school on Thursday," and duplicated it and inserted it randomly into documents. I guess you'd call it a virus because I sort of let it loose all over the internet and people passed it around. I didn't tell anyone at school about it. I just did it for the fun of it.
Kelsey Donnelly, grade 5. I was in a chat room one night and somebody said something about wearing red socks to school. It sounded like a cool idea, and everybody said they would do it. And we'd all tell our friends to do it too.